Today, like me, a rapidly growing number of adults are suffering from knee, back and foot pain. But what if I was to tell you there was a way to get to the foot of the problem, and it starts with the feet? Hi, my name's Pete, and for the past 2 years I've been wearing barefoot shoes. So for the next couple of minutes I'm going to explain how they've changed my life and they could change yours too. But first, quick history lesson about shoes. So believe it or not, we have not always worn shoes. Experts hypothesize it was around 40,000 years ago that people first began wearing shoes. These moccasin-esque shoes were made of wraparound leather, serving as protection for the feet walking in harsh environmental conditions. However, over time, shoes began to slowly evolve, focusing less on functionality and more on aesthetics, leaving us with the modern shoes of today. So what is the problem with modern shoes today? Modern shoes today are stiff, have a thick sole and a raised heel. This design gained popularity in around the 1960s when Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman founded Blue Ribbon, or Nike as it's known today. To get ahead of the market, they started getting innovative with their shoe design, particularly the waffle shoe. These cushioned heels were an instant success with the public. However, if you read the book by Phil Knight called Shoe Dog, you'll quickly discover that these shoes were not scientifically backed in any way, more some guys getting creative in their apartment whilst making waffles. However, these are the shoes that we've been wearing for the past 50 years. The huge stiff heel not only loses our connection with the ground itself, it forces our body to move in an unnatural way. This is because our feet and ankles are the first checkpoint on our kinetic chain. So the foot restriction caused from wearing cushioned shoes could be the reason you're experiencing knee, hip or back pain. Modern shoes also have a narrow toe box which squashes our feet, losing our foot's natural width and dexterity, and is the leading cause of hammer toes, blisters and bunions. I just want to clarify that I'm not a foot professional, I'm just someone sharing his experience, as I feel many people could benefit from switching to barefoot shoes. So what are barefoot shoes? Barefoot shoes have a flexible sole and minimal heel lift, which means you are more connected with the ground. They're basically foot covers protecting our feet from sharp objects, similar to the moccasins from the Paleolithic era. The minimal sole also activates your neural pathways, meaning you're more aware of the surfaces you are walking on. The minimal heel lift helps your feet stay strong and keeps your body in alignment, whilst the widened toe box enables your toes to splay out and regain their lost dexterity. However, transitioning to barefoot shoes is not that simple. I have made a more detailed video on how to transition to barefoot shoes that I'll link here. However, if you haven't got time to watch another 10-minute video, the crux of it is you need to take things slow. Removing the cushioned heel and arch support means your feet are going to be having to work a lot harder and they're going to be using muscles that haven't been used in a very long time. But give it a couple of weeks and your feet will begin to feel stronger than ever and your calves are going to thank you. However, before you throw away all your regular shoes and jump on the barefoot shoe bandwagon, it's only fair that I tell you the negative side of barefoot shoes first. Barefoot shoes are expensive. You're looking roughly around £100 for a pair of barefoot shoes. And due to the minimal sole, they also actually wear out a little bit quicker than regular shoes as well. However, I have discovered a couple of ways that you can get cheaper barefoot shoes. Number one is going to be Revivo, which is Vivo Barefoot's second-hand store. Any shoes that get returned to them, they sell there at a discounted rate. Also, it's worth checking out eBay. People are selling barefoot shoes that maybe they didn't like. For example, I got these Vivo Barefoot work shoes for £20 off eBay and I'm pretty stoked. And third and finally, there are cheaper brands like Witten on Amazon. However, from my experience, you do get what you pay for. Next is going to be style, and I think this is a big thing that does hold people back from buying barefoot shoes. However, they have come a long way since the original barefoot shoes in 2005. The big toe box in particular does stand out, and I guess that's why regular shoes do have a narrower toe box, because I guess it's more aesthetically pleasing, but not so aesthetically pleasing for your toes. However, fortunately today there are lots of different brands to choose from. I personally love the style of Feelground as well as the Barbarics range from Balenka. And third and finally, you're going to lose some inches where it counts. Well, almost. So the average modern shoe today has a heel lift between ½ inch to 1.5 inches, and the fact that barefoot shoes don't have any heel lift whatsoever means that if you're stood next to the average person in modern shoes, you're going to be about 1 inch shorter. I didn't know this when I initially started wearing barefoot shoes and did think I was shrinking for a little while. However, all the negatives aside, since wearing barefoot shoes, I've not only got rid of my plantar fasciitis, I haven't had any knee, hip or back pain, which were things I used to get on a regular basis basis and were the main reasons why I started trying out barefoot shoes in the first place. So if you're watching this video at home, you're probably barefoot curious, and I highly suggest that you just order a pair online and see how you get on. You've got nothing to lose, and if you don't like them, you can just send them back. If you have any questions about barefoot shoes, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I also have several barefoot shoe review videos that you might find helpful looking for a pair of barefoot shoes. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one.